Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin as we are getting closer to the end of the daily candle, not the daily, the weekly candle as well. And we normally see a little bit of volatility that comes in around this time. Bitcoin stretches a little bit higher, and that's not unusual. That sometimes happens towards the end of Sunday if Friday was a sell-off and then the consolidation happened over the weekend. It really happens quite frequently that then the Sunday sort of finishes with a bit of a rally. I would not be surprised at this stage if resistance breaks. We would maybe need to change the pattern a little bit, but this is still an overall bullish situation on this chart, and I'm still watching for the price to reach like 76.5K next, and then eventually get to round about 85K. That's unchanged. The price might form another low. I did say to you that's sort of what I'm watching for as long as we stay below 70,170, which at the same time means that if we get a break above that level, that's the 50% retracement level to the downside, it would be an early indication that indeed a low has formed already here in what would be wave B. I'll mark it only with a question mark at this stage. You might ask, how is that possible if we should get another low? Well, I mentioned it hopefully quite clearly in the last video that when we have these liquidation events, sometimes we don't get all the waves visible that we actually need to see because it all happens in one go. They might just be very, very small. Unfortunately, this move up here is too small to call it a 1-2 setup. So I need the next larger 5 waves, so 5 waves basically above resistance to confirm we've bottomed. But a break above resistance, 70,171, would already be an early indication that we might have bottomed. Again, it's always the 5-wave pattern, right? So that's the earliest indication. What do we need to see to confirm we've bottomed? Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it needs to hold a corrective retrace. And what I've highlighted here as waves 1 to 5 would possibly be another wave 1 of the larger degree C wave. Yeah, because that's the idea, that we move up here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be my view as long as we're holding 62,540. Okay, so you need to, I think, consider the different degrees or time frames here. I'm overall looking for higher as long as we're holding the orange support zone. But in the very short term, because we have broken initial micro support on Friday, I'm looking for one more low until we break above resistance, and the break above resistance would confirm the larger trend, which is up from the 1st of May low. Which means, what are the next parameters really to watch as we're heading into the new trading week? I might be able to do another video later, depending on, if anything exciting happened, but the parameters are 70,171 as initial resistance, and then the breakout point up there at around 72K. Just below that, more like 71.9K. And to the downside, next support is at 67,205. That's just the next Fibonacci support level to the downside, where we also found structural support before. And then 66,349, that's the 100% extension. The 100% extension of the initial A wave down. So the A wave and the C wave often have the same length, but it just doesn't add up looking at the micro pattern. We'll see how that comes together. But that's not a must to get there. It would just be ideal. And yeah, let's first see if the market can break out. When we get a bit of volatility in, then it is possible that we are getting a little bit of green. And if it's a sustained break above resistance, the low might be in. I will then need to look at the structure. And we're waiting for the next 5-wave move up to get the next short-term trade setup, and for me to actually change support, because I can only add a next support area after the next 5-wave move up. Okay, I mean, now I think it's quite clear. If you're speculating for a 5-wave move up to form, the invalidation point is today's low at 69,160. So that's what I'm watching currently for Bitcoin. Not too much happened over the weekend. I think the levels should be clear now. It should be clear what we're watching for. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.